This is Fit and 50, and from the swirling vortex of my cerebral cortex, I bring to you fats and carbs. So if you saw my last episode, you know what we moved into macronutrients and how to design your own diet plan, and we gave an overview on the macronutrients and talked a bit about protein. If you haven't seen that episode, click right up there and go check it out, and then come right back here. It'll help you stay in the flow of what we're trying to accomplish here. If this is the first time that you have come to visit my How to Design Your Own Diet Plan, then you should really go back to the very first episode, way back when. And it is up here. And check it out and follow the episodes through, 1 through to, well, now we're on episode 4, and you'll be that much more ready to just design your own diet plan. So anyway, today we're talking about fats and carbs. Now fats, as we mentioned, have 9 calories per gram. Now fats are a very important part of your diet. Back in the day, in the 80s particularly, they thought fats were to blame for everything. But since then they discovered they're very important. And one of the things very important for is hormone regulation. So us over 50 guys, we want to keep our testosterone hormone trucking along. So fats are very important to us. Now fats also work very closely with protein in the whole muscle building and repair and recovery. So as hard training people, we need to keep our fats. But how much fat is the amount we need? Well, we need to be somewhere in this 15 to 30% range, or this 0.4 to 0.6 per gram per pound range. I usually go by the percentage. Now, if you're a leaner guy, you can get away with a little lower fat. I don't follow that rule. I like to keep my fats around 30%. But if you're a heavier guy, you should keep your fats a little farther and that higher. And that actually has to do a bit with insulin resistance, but that's not something we're going to go into any deeper right now. Just keep that in mind that that is your range that you can work in. And over here in carbs now, carbs are also very important. Most people tend to eat too many carbs, which is why we kind of focus on cutting carbs when we look at trying to cut calories to lose weight. But we need carbs because that's what gives us the energy to get through our day, gives us the energy to work out intensely and build those muscles. We need to be able to have the power to do that, and that comes from carbs. So it's important to have some carbs in your diet. Once you've figured out where you're going to have your protein range, whether it's in the 0.8 or the 1.5 grams per pound, or where you're going to be in that, then you take, say, 20% or 30% of your diet to fats. Whatever calories are remaining, go to carbs. Now, something to keep in mind, if you're cutting carbs, you are going to find that you're going to get a bit of a weight dump right away when you cut carbs. And that's because carbs, when you take in carbs, they absorb water into the body. As a matter of fact, they absorb as much as 2.7 grams of water into the body. So don't be disappointed if when you cut carbs to lose some weight, you get this big dump and then all of a sudden things go slow. You have to account for that loss in water weight. Now, I'm going to put a link in the bottom there on carbs, because a lot of people talk like we don't even need carbs. But carbs also have a part to play in hormone regulation. And that article will go into that, and you'll see how everything is linked together, that you need a combination of everything. And that's important to remember, because people tend to get way too extreme when they cut various things. They get way high fat, or they get too far on the protein. There is a balance that is required. Now I'm just going to briefly touch on if it fits your macros before I wrap it up today. If it fits your macros, flexible dieting, everything we're going to be doing over the next few videos all pertains to that. But that acts like all fats are the same, all carbs are the same, all proteins are the same. In a future date, we are actually going to do an episode on each one, and we are going to do one on alcohol, as I promised last week, and how that affects our diet. My macronutrient sign is not being very faithful to me today. Because all carbs aren't the same, all fats aren't the same, and all proteins aren't the same. And so we are going to look at that. But in our next episode, we're going to do a real world example of how to put this all together for your day-to-day and how to adjust based on changes. So until then, this is Fit and 50 signing off. Keep working out, keep having fun, and come back here and we're going to learn a little bit more on how to design your own diet plan. Bye! still here. It's kind of good. Because you know there's something I want to mention. Mention it in every video, so it just wouldn't seem right not to mention it again. But you know what? If you like the video, push the big thumbs up button, show me a little love. Subscribe if you want to learn more about how to design your own diet plan. And of course, share if you know someone else who would like to learn also about how to design their own diet plan. So once again, Fit and 50, signing out for the second time, because you know what they say, second time's the charm. Nope, third time. So this is Fit and 50, signing out, third time's the charm. Keep working out, keep having fun. We'll talk to you in that next episode.